What is up, guys? Welcome to the Investing Crypto channel, where we talk about the facts and research associated with cryptocurrency minus the FUD and minus the hopium. Today I'm going to be talking about central bank digital currencies. CBDCs are the most significant technological advancement in the history of money, and I'm going to show you today why that is. So what is a CBDC? A central bank digital currency, also known as a CBDC, is a digital currency issued by a central bank rather than by a commercial bank. Rather than a new currency, a CBDC is a form of central bank electronic money that could be used by households and businesses to make payments. The present concept of CBDCs may have been partially inspired by Bitcoin and similar blockchain-based cryptocurrencies, but differs from such in that a CBDC is or would be issued by a state. Most CBDC implementations will likely not use or need any sort of distributed ledger, such as a blockchain. There are currently around 100 countries exploring central bank digital currencies at one level or another, some researching, some testing, and a few already distributing central bank digital currencies to their population. In the Bahamas, for example, they currently have the Sand Dollar, which is their local CBDC, and that has been in circulation for more than a year. Sweden has the Riksbank, which is developing a proof of concept and is exploring the technology and policy implications of central bank digital currencies. And in China, as most of you are probably aware if you're in the crypto space or you follow the financial industry, have had their central bank digital currency out for a while now, and they're making good progress with more than 100 million individual users and billions of yuan in transactions. So the next question is, are central bank digital currencies or a CBDC coming to the UK? After doing some research, I found the Digital Pound Foundation. The Digital Pound Foundation is an independent organisation that was incorporated on the 22nd of June 2021 to work with a variety of stakeholders and participants towards the implementation of a well-designed digital pound and an effective, diverse ecosystem for new forms of digital money. So the key in that is the effective and diverse ecosystem for new forms of digital money. So what that says to me is there's going to be a digital pound, but there's going to be some sort of new financial ecosystem, industry, some sort of new structure that's going to be put into place, whether that be with other digital currencies and cryptocurrencies that we're probably more aware of, such as XRP, XLM, Quant and the like, that have links to the UK. They also state on their website that their intention is to create an inclusive, well-functioning forum for collaboration that looks at implementing a digital pound from a holistic perspective, addressing narrow questions such as the design, implementation and successful adoption of CBDC, and the wider impact of a digital pound in both publicly and privately issued forms. So what that says is they are a forum/board, some sort of lobbying organisation that are going to be pushing a digital pound to the government and to the politicians. So normally when private companies or the big players want to implement change in government, they set up these foundations and these organisations to lobby politicians, essentially. Further research, I saw that the Bank of England are also talking about a CBDC. They stated on their website they're examining the possibility of a CBDC for the UK, so they can make sure that they are ready for the future. So what they stated on their website is that they're not quite looking into it yet or looking at implementing one, but then they contradict themselves because they then go on to state that now is the time to look further ahead and examine the possibility of a CBDC for the UK. Moving on to the US. Before we move on to the US, interesting slide for you guys who are invested in the crypto space. So the current crypto projects that are working on a UK CBDC on their website was Ripple, Avalanche and Quant. Obviously Ripple's XRP, Avalanche is AVAX, Avalanche, and Quant is QNT. So if you're invested in these tokens, that's very bullish news for you, and it just shows that these are the guys that are working with the governments and these forums to push blockchain onto the majority and to make it widespread. to the US is a CBDC coming to the United States. Very similar story to the UK. They have the Digital Dollar Project, similar to the Digital Pound Foundation, which is like their forum, their organisation, their lobbying organisation. They say it was created to encourage research and public discussion on the potential advantages and challenges of US central bank digital currencies or a digital dollar. They also have on their website a white paper called the DDP white paper, which proposes a tokenized US digital dollar, outlining the benefits and risks of a CBDC in the context of a US dollar USD, and proposes potential use cases and pilots. So again, guys, they've got that organisation set up where they're going to be pushing this onto the government, and they're going to be working on this slowly in the background. As the UK, I went on to the Federal Reserve, so their central bank over in the US, and very similar to the UK central bank, the Bank of England, funny that. They said that they're exploring the potential benefits and risks of CBDCs from a variety of angles, including through technological research and experimentation. So again, they've stated on their website that they're not currently working on one, although it's debatable whether they are or not. I don't think they'd come out and say that quite yet anyway. But they have put on there that they are exploring the research, they're putting the money there to basically research implementations, the implications of implementing a central bank digital currency. So to me, that tells me that UK and US are not too far behind China on implementing this technology. Crypto projects working with the US on a central bank digital currency. So there isn't actually any crypto projects working on this who have a native token as such, like the UK. The only company that was stated on their website is Accenture, which is a stock. You can invest in Accenture. They're a private company, so they don't have a token. But they were the only one stated on there, on the Digital Dollar Project website. So guys, in summary, as you can see from the slides, the lobbying foundations have been set up to push the adoption of a CBDC. You can also see that the central banks of both the UK and US have central bank digital currencies on their radar. And although they are keeping things under wraps for now, I have a feeling this technology is coming very soon, with some nations already issuing a CBDC, as mentioned before, over 100 already working on it, implementing it. So what does this mean for the crypto space as a whole? Personally, I've invested in XRP and XLM and have been for a while now. I think this is good for the industry as a whole. Is it good for us as a people? I'm not 100% sure whether that means more control for central banks and less privacy for us. But personally, I'm invested to make the most of this technological advancement and change in the financial industry. I mean, we've not been presented with an opportunity like this for a very long time. Literally changing the money, getting off the fiat. It's the same as fiat, but it is a change, because they're going to need to change the rails that these CBDCs run on, which is another reason why I'm invested in XRP, because I believe in the bridge technology of them needing to send these to one another and needing a neutral bridge currency. So guys, if you haven't already invested in crypto, take a look and do your own research always. And central bank digital currencies are not far at all. So good luck, peace out.